Hello, it's Judith here from Therapies for the Mind with this week's tip to help those of you who are suffering from anxiety, particularly if you're suffering from it pretty much 24/7, but for anybody who experiences anxiety on a regular basis, this will help. And it may seem like something obvious and not necessarily effective. But when we're suffering from anxiety, we tend to also suffer from low self-esteem. And which causes which is an interesting question. But I know certainly that whatever reason we start suffering from anxiety, the fact that we can't get a grip, take control of it, sort ourselves out, whatever phrases you want to use, which are most unhelpful, by the way, makes us feel inadequate, makes us feel not good enough, so lowers our self-esteem. And that means that we're always at the bottom of our priority list. Everybody else comes first. I can't count the number of people that I've had this discussion with. Well, I've got a husband and children and a job and elderly parents, and there's no time for me, and I just have to look after everybody else first. And I have to point out to them that if they don't put themselves top of their priority list, then they will be unable to look after anybody else. So if you're suffering from anxiety, self-care is hugely important. And it should be top of your priority list. It won't necessarily be a cure, but it will help you to be less anxious, to be calmer, to be more relaxed, hopefully, and maybe to sleep better. When I'm doing my mindfulness training, we talk about writing down all the things you do during the day and then going through and marking them as either nurturing, self-care, making you feel better, or depleting, things that use up your energy and just make you feel tired, exhausted. Now, some of those depleting things have to be done. Everybody has jobs every day that just have to be done. But the idea of the exercise is that when you've written down a typical day's worth of activity or recorded several days, if you're not sure, then you go through and mark them with a D or an N. And then you have a think, can I do anything about those depleting activities? Maybe my husband or the kids could pick up some of them. Maybe there's some other way I can do them. Just be creative about what you can do to limit the number of depleting activities or the amount of time that you're doing depleting activities. And then, in reverse, think about what you can do to do more of the nurturing activities. And if you've only got one or two of those, or heaven help us, even none, then you need to add some. Every day should have some nurturing activities, some self-care activities, some things that you can do to recharge your batteries, make yourself feel calmer and more relaxed. And only you know which ones are best for you. It may just be locking yourself in the bathroom for half an hour or longer and having a nice long hot bath with candles and no interruptions. It may be getting out in the fresh air and having a walk, maybe just sitting somewhere under a tree if the weather's clement. It may be tucking yourself away somewhere and reading a book. It could be anything. It could just be 5 minutes. I worked with somebody who made a point every so often, every hour if she could, of just going and sitting in the garden in a place that was very relaxing for her. Just for 5 minutes, sitting out there for 5 minutes, maybe with a drink, maybe just sitting there, enjoying whatever the weather was. So find some things that you can add to your nurturing activities, or some more time to do the ones that are there but sort of get left to the end and skimped. Knowing that you're not only doing the best for yourself, but you're doing the best for everybody you care about and everybody you care for. So that's Judith from Therapies for the Mind. Contact details are coming up after this if you're interested in knowing more about how you can take care of yourself. And until I see you again, take care, stay safe, stay well. Bye.